Okay, bit of UAE news. Today's news from CNN. No, what? LMN. Loy Miss. LAM. Loy Anthony Machedo.com. It's like, what is that guy's name? What that Republic TV. And today's breaking news, and I'll tell you the breaking news of today. You know, oh my goodness. I don't know. I think he gets paid a premium for shouting and screaming on the phone, on the TV. The more louder he screams and the more dramatic he is. Today, you are guilty. You are guilty of today's crime, Mr. Whatever, Rahul Gandhi. You are a coward, and I challenge you to blah blah blah. But if that journalist, what is his name, man? Fuck, I can't get his name. Guy with glasses. Put his name down. I keep forgetting his name. But when you meet him outside, he's a nice, sweet guy. So, anyway, same thing. UAE. I'll tell you about UAE news. Okay. So sorry to waste your time. The first one is about the Emirates aircraft. I was pretty surprised it was not mentioned in any of the Gulf News, Khalij Times, national paper. What had happened was I don't have exact details, but I'll put the link below. It's this Emirates Airlines aircraft. Long story short, okay, wait, let me give it to you this way. After this was published, it happened a couple of days ago. I had received the links from people that there was an incident with the Boeing aircraft of Emirates Airlines, and it was pretty shocking. Now, for me, okay, aircraft had a near accident or something is not a big deal, so I didn't bother to speak about it. I get news from people who send links from various countries or whatever, who follow my channel. They know I speak about Dubai. Okay, so I got 1 person, 2 person, 3 persons. Finally, one guy, he sent me a message with the disappearing, you have that function disappearing. Okay, he sent me this thing. He said, I request you not to take a screenshot, all that. Please, I'm a pilot working for Emirates, and I want to share this with you. Okay, so what did he share? Now, in that, he gave me some screenshots of some information regarding what had happened with the Emirates flight. Okay, now the problem was this was all technical data and screenshots of this and that. For me, I was just scratching my head. Altitude and velocity and speed and this, wind and this and that and so many other. I was like, what the hell is all this? Okay, and then what surprised me was he actually sent me screenshot. He sent me a photograph of the pilots involved. Okay, and a video. Fine. After I went through all that, I still was like 50% made sense, 50% didn't make sense. Okay, and then what grabbed my attention was when he told me this will not be reported by Gulf News, Khalij Times, national paper. So first thing what I did, he said, I want you to check with any of your reliable sources. They will tell you this is shocking. Fine. So what I did is I contacted my friend who is an ex-pilot. Okay, he's an ex-pilot of all these big ass aircrafts and a self-made millionaire. Okay, he retired from an aircraft this thing, and he worked his ass off to become a multi-millionaire. Down to earth guy. Okay, down to earth. Now the beauty about him is he knows everything technically, and he actually spent time after I sent him this. He was like, fucking hell. He was like, Loy, this is really shocking. So I was like, okay, why is he telling me this is really shocking and all that? So finally I said, can we have a Zoom call? When we spoke, this is what he told me, and I'm just paraphrasing. I'm not giving the detail because, how are you? He explained a lot of things in that technical, which I don't think is of any interest to you. Even it went over my head. I had to literally ask him like 2-3 times. Okay, to make the long story short of this technical side, what he told me is, after you land the aircraft, the pilot and co-pilot, you're supposed to, switch off things and put in certain way. There is a checklist. Every pilot has to follow the checklist, and that is why the accident rates are almost like the least. The number of people who will die with road accidents or even any other disease, the most dangerous, is the least, is nothing compared to, sorry, what am I saying? Aircraft deaths or accidents are hardly 0.000 anything compared to anything else. They are the safest in the world. Why? Because they have a checklist. When you follow the checklist, there is absolutely a zero chance that an accident will take place, because airline safety is very strict. Okay, they even have, they keep evolving in terms of their rules. Like before, it was you can never question a co-pilot. There was an accident where the co-pilot found a mistake. He wanted to question the pilot, but he was afraid. So now the co-pilot can question the decision of a pilot. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong when I say this. So they have really improved. So the checklist has to be followed completely up to down. Okay. So now it seems that these guys who sat on the aircraft before made some changes in the settings. Okay, of the settings of the aircraft, and they switched it off. I don't know, maybe it should have gone to reset or something. It didn't go. Fine. So now the next batch that came there, instead of rechecking, I don't know how they missed or what did they miss, or and they, the pilot and co-pilot in, I think, the control tower has to speak to the pilot or co-pilot in the aircraft. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just an uneducated pilot when talking to you about all this, but I'll tell you, this is what he kind of said. Not kind of said, he actually said. So they communicate with each other, and see, the aircraft has to go through a runway, and halfway through it has to fly up. Okay, halfway through. So from here to here it's the whole, that takeoff, landing road or whatever you call it. Okay, see, uneducated terminology. The runway, call it runway? Yeah. So halfway through you're supposed to fly up. Okay, take off. Now what had happened was, there are three actual statements that they give each other. Ready for air or something like that, and second, they use these terms. They have these flight terms where at every step you say, like Roger or yes or whatever. Then the second one, yes. The third one is kind of critical, because it's like take off, rotate or something they say. So you're supposed to pull up and fly up. Okay. So the third one is where you can either abort the mission and say no, we can't take off, there's some danger, or you have to take off. Hence Roger, yes, go up. When he asked the first one, he said yes. Second one, he said yes. Third one, where he should have said either no or, abort, or go ahead, hi doggy, I don't have food. Nice doggy. Nice doggy. So instead of taking off, they said, instead of aborting, they said yes. But this is where the problem happened. The settings, which I told you before, they didn't check the settings, and due to which they overshot that particular point where they were supposed to go up, and instead they kept going straight. And now imagine you're supposed to take off from here, go up, but you go all the way till there, and then obviously the airport ends, and after that maybe there are some roads, and then there are buildings and whatever. So if you can't take off successfully, and imagine you have to stop, or you have to abort the landing, or you fly too low, you can crash into something. That is why you'll never see any high-rise buildings near the airport. So now, thankfully, it took off. Okay, thankfully it took off. But he was telling me it shakes violently and all that if you keep, because the aircraft is going at an incredible speed when it's trying to take off. So I don't know, maybe my brain was not working. So I still asked him, so what is the problem? Where does the problem start? He said, number one, Loy, when you don't have any gap to stop, okay, like you hit the brakes and you can't stop, then yes, you will crash. That is number one. But if you have a strip of road that you can just have an emergency landing without the wheels or something, there is at least place for you to stop. Okay, that's number one. Second one is, the biggest one, which really crossed my mind, didn't cross my mind, was the fuel tanks are filled with one of the most highly flammable material. It's full because you're going to travel a long distance, so it's really full. He's saying anything can just result in a fireball of an explosion and you cannot stop it. He's saying you can be rest assured there will be immediate, there'll be death. Okay, that person is, whoever is in the aircraft, all will die. I was like, oh fuck, oh, I never thought of that. Okay. And the third one, what he told me was, the biggest one is, once after the tragedy takes place and all that, this destroys the reputation of the airline, the brand. It can even result in nobody wanting to fly your aircraft, you know, your airline. He's saying that is exactly the reason you will not see any of the reports on Gulf News, Khaleej Times and National. Then it struck me like, oh fuck, okay. And that is why, if you actually notice, National paper, I saw this video on Facebook. Ah, doggy. He's getting a little familiar with me. That's why Emirates has started this video campaign that Emirates has been awarded the safest airline in the world and passengers feel more secure with Emirates. For damage control, they have started this new campaign, which I don't blame them, because end of the day, you know, media publicity, good or bad, you know, is what will make your brand survive. So overall, this is what he is shared with me. Now, the question is, which video or which screenshot can I share with you? I'm not too sure, but I obviously am not going to reveal the identity of the pilots. Okay. For a simple reason that this is not public knowledge. It shouldn't be, it's not public information. It should not be revealed to the public. And second is, it's not right. Even if it was, unless other news channels revealed it, I would not reveal it, because I do not want these people's lives to be destroyed. But having said that, I think they are already suspended, the pilots. There is a massive investigation which is due, which is happening right now. And most probably they are, if they are not citizens of the country, their licenses will be revoked. Okay. Or they'll be terminated by the airline. Licenses, obviously you have a track record, you can't get away with it. So that will be affected. And finally, I think it'll impact their careers in a very bad way. That is why even one of my other clients, who was a cargo ship captain, very reputed, he was part of the Indian Army, highly ranked. He got to a very high level. So he was in touch with the sheikhs and all that. He told me, if a captain of a massive ship or tanker makes an accident, that's the last he'll ever be asked to take charge of a ship. His career is over. Because there were a couple of accidents when it did happen. I used to ask him, what is the impact of these ships colliding or an accident? You can never be asked to navigate a ship ever in your life, because it's permanent in your record. Because here you're talking of people's lives, you know. And in the airline industry, it's billions of dollars. If one accident or carelessness from your side, the entire, forget the airline industry gets slapped with so much of scandal which they don't want. So they take it very seriously. Why is a small chick? Hey, look at this. All these small, you can see this? See? Where's your mama? Oh, it's pretty cute. I wonder where is the mom? I think the mom is somewhere nearby. So, small chicken? Oh, okay. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. I'll find out what information is safe to share and what is not. And based on that, I'll share it with you. So anyway, this is what I wanted to tell you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What I should share. No, means what do you think? And if I'm wrong anyway, please correct me, because, you know, I'm not a certified pilot and all that. Simple guy, simple, uneducated. not a pilot, you know. I used to always think, by the way, this is just offhand, I used to always think being a pilot was very prestigious until I met a pilot who told me being a pilot is like being a bus driver of a bus, but one that goes off in the sky. He was very humble. The only thing is why we look up to it and respect it is, yes, there are a lot of perks and benefits, but it's a tough career to reach. Until you have number of hours, you cannot reach that. And one last thing is, it's a very disciplined life. Oh, one last thing. Let me just give you as a bonus, if you have stuck so long. That guy who I spoke to, the pilot who's retired, he's the one who told me about the cabin crew hot stories. Oof. Cabin crew girls come for sex, they take money. There is this private Facebook group or private club where cabin crew are available and all that stuff, and they have their nice parties. The information you can get from people when they want to open up. And man, some of the girls are like, ooh, 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 ooh. Very hoot. Okay, anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know, agree, disagree, what do you think? Right? Me and my side partner. Hey partner, who are you? This is nice of you. Okay. Me and my bitch. It's a female dog. Okay. We'll say bye. It's dark. 6:30. I need to go. Guys, take care. Chalo, yalla.